Hello guys, welcome back to this iqoption automation series P1. In this video, I'm going to show you how to fetch binary option, turbo option and blitzed option underlying assist. This video will mark the end of underlying assist fetching, where we have already fetched a digital option underlying list and marginal instrument underlying list. Right now you may not see the uses of it, but in upcoming videos and further we cannot do most of the operation without these. And also at the moment we are storing only the name or ticker and ID, but later on as we progress we will be needing more than this. But not to worry, the payload remains the same. Okay, the payload remains the same. All we have to do is filter the WebSocket response that we get. Okay, now let me take you to iqoption web. Right click, do inspect. Okay, and then go to network tab, socket, and here in the search bar you can type initialization data. Okay, so here you can see two, right, two data. So one is for you can see one green up arrow is, and another one is red down arrow. So this green up arrow means we are making WebSocket request, and this red arrow down means this is the WebSocket response that we are getting. First let's look at the WebSocket response. Okay, sorry, WebSocket request. Okay, so this is the request that we need to make in order to get those binary options and other underlying assets list. Okay, now let's create a function for this. Okay, so this is the function that we need to write for that. Okay, so this is the function. Okay, and this is the payload that we need to send. Here you can see name send message, and the message with dictionary having this body empty dictionary name get initialization data and version 4, same as that, like this, right? And then we send this to WebSocket, right? And then we wait for data to arrive. Okay, another thing that you need to do is you need to define this variable. Okay, you need to define this variable in init save dot initialization data none. Okay, and another thing that needs to be done is whenever calling that function, we want to make sure we are getting the latest data. So by default, before doing these things, we will set initialization data to be none. Okay, and then the response that we get is this way, with name initialization data. Okay, and the message is this. So it contains binary blitzed currency groups is buyback and turbo keys, and out of these we need these three: binary, blitzed, and turbo. And here in each of these instrument, this is how the data is formatted. Okay, so inside each of these there contains two keys. One is list, which is empty, and another one is actives, and this actives actually contains the underlying list, and it is same for blitzed, you can see, and for turbo as well. Okay, is same. Now let's filter the WebSocket message with this name. Okay, let's scroll all the way up to on message function, and in on message we need to do this. Whenever the message name is initialization data, set this to self dot initialization data, and get message from the whole, get msg from the message. Okay, all good so far, right? And here we will wait for some time, because after making WebSocket request we need to wait for some time to get response, right? And after getting the response, let's print the keys. Okay, the data is huge, that's why I'm not printing. Or okay, let's print the data. Okay, either run from here VS Code directly, or you can use git bash and other thing. My favorite is git bash, so I'm going to run from git bash. And to run from git bash, you need to type python and the module name. So the module name is main underscore v1. Main underscore v1.py. And before running this, I want to make sure we are calling this newly defined function. Okay, we need to invoke this newly defined function. Okay, all looks good. Now let's run the script. Okay, looks everything went right, and we have received this huge or difficult to read message, right? Okay, now what I'll do is I'll print the keys only. Okay, out of this I'll print the keys only. Since it's a dictionary, we can do something like this. This time I'm going to clear the console, and this time it will give us the keys only. And the keys here you can see, these are the keys: binary, blitz, currency groups, is buyback, and turbo. So five or six keys in there, right? And perfect, it's returning all the keys, right? Now let's print the length of each instrument's underlying assist. Okay, and for that you can do this. So save dot initialization data and then instrument, and inside instrument here I'll just, before I showed you this, right? Because inside this it contains list and active, so actually we need to access this to get the underlying assist, right? So actives, so from binary access this, from turbo access this, and from blitz access this, and print the length of it. You can see the length function, right? Let's see what we get. Okay, so binary turbo blitzed, right? Okay, so it says binary has 246, blitzed has 195, and turbo has 156, something like that. Here in the platform it shows 151 for blitzed, 170 for binary. Okay, and this is mainly due to filtering in the platform. It filters to display only not suspended assist, but by default the backend is returning suspended assist as well. That's why we are seeing more items in the backend, but in the platform or front end we are getting less item. Okay, so that's the only reason. All looks good. And other things to know is the assist that contains in binary is also available in blitz and turbo, and the same way the assist that contains in blitz or turbo is available in binary as well, right? So when we combine all these, okay, all these to get unique items only or unique assist only, we will not like see the total of this figure, but we'll get like the total of unique assist only. Now we will do that. I will show you how to do that. First okay, let's do file handling now. Okay, for this uh, okay, fine, I'll do loop here. For item in self dot initialization data, and I'll get the binary, and from binary I need to access this key actives. Okay, and what I want to do is I want to make sure I'm getting not suspended item. If item And the key for filtering not suspended is uh, this is suspended true. You see, it has suspended true. This means this item will not be shown in the platform. Okay, so is suspended false. We want to get it suspended false only. Okay, I want to print not suspended assist only. I will print. Okay, so from item, let's see what are the keys for accessing ID. Okay, so for ID the key is ID, and for ticker or name the key say is ticker. Okay, let's run the script. It will print all the binary underlying assets that are not suspended, and it will print the name and the ID. Okay, so string indices must be integers, not string. Okay, why we are getting that? Why we're getting this error? And it appears the actives is not a list but rather a dictionary. So it has like an contains key and the value. So the key is possibly ID, okay, and value this way. So you cannot. So what we are doing here is we are doing this for list, but it's not a list. Each item it's a dictionary, right? So so what needs to be done is this is value, this is key. Okay, so instead of item, what I'm going to do is key. I'm going to do kind of unpacking here, and maybe I have to just a moment. I don't know if I can do this or not. Just a moment, let's try to print the keys only. uh, I think I need to do dot items. This needs to be done. Okay, now we can access key and value both. Now this value is gonna be okay, so item gonna be replaced with value. Okay, okay, looks good. This time we must get positive response. The key will not be using, so I'm going to use this instead. Looks good, right? Okay, so same like in digit option and margin instruments, we're getting the same way, right? Looks good, right? Looks good. Now let's do for turbo. Okay, it's the same for turbo and Blitz also. Next, what I want to do is no need to keep printing these things because it's same for other things as well, right? Now let's save all of these in one file. Okay, and in one file we'll be storing only the unique assist. Okay, for that first I'm going to define instrument as I'm going to define. Okay, so these are the instruments. Okay, these are the instruments that we are going to filter from that attribute. And then actually for instrument, if this instrument is available in the self dot initialization data, if it's inside this data, what I'm going to do is move this inside this loop, right? And now instead of static values, I need to pass instrument variable here. Just a moment. Okay, looks good. Instrument actives items, right? And further filter for not suspended assist only, right? And then so the assist ID is going to be this, right? This is how we can get the assist ID and the name, or let's say ticker is going to be ticker. Looks good, right? Let's do one thing. Let's store this to a dictionary. I'll give it a name like this, okay? And I'm going to so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this thing to this dictionary, okay? And what I'm going to do is instead of declaring this way, right, I'm going to my bad, I'm going to directly assign like this, okay? Sign like this, and no need to define these things anymore, right? I'm directly assigning values to assist this way. All looks good. Now it will loop for all these three instruments, right, from initialization data. And one thing to know is that in dictionary only the unique items exist, right? No duplicate item exists. So and I, as I mentioned earlier, right, the item that exists in turbo will also exist in like binary and bleached option as well. But since dictionary contains unique items, we don't need to worry about duplicated things here, right? Okay, now let's print the length of this new assist. Okay, since we have combined all these three things, right? Now let's see, let's print the length of it. This will print the length of unique assist from all three instruments, all of these three instruments. It will be over 200, 177. Okay, 177. This can't be, because binary option had 200 and something, right? So we must have at least 200 and something. So what may be the error? Just a moment. Just a moment. Done this. This, right? Binary blades for instrument in instrument. If instrument in self dot initialization data. So how many, like what's the length? It says 177. This may be okay actually, because that like out of 200 something in binary, some of them are suspended, right? That's why it looks okay, right? So it seems we are doing everything right? We're looping for all instrument. If instrument, let's just make sure binary bleeds to turbo. Okay, the key looks correct, right? Instrument actives, yes, this is what needs to like what is supposed to be, and it's suspended also, value suspended false. Yeah, the logic is okay. If not suspended, add this to this dictionary. Looks okay. Okay, let's not waste time on this. Now I will write this to a file. I'm going to copy this thing from last tutorials function that we wrote, right? And then gonna make a minor modification. Instead of merge underlying list, uh, let's replace with this one, right? And instead of item, now can be like this. We need to do unpacking and do items, right? And then no need for this logic anymore because we are already doing this here, right? Okay, and now this thing need to be removed. So key goes here and the value goes here. Value goes here, and also the file I'm going to give it like test today. Okay, this random file. Okay, now let's run the script. We must get a new module called testtoday.py, and that must contain data like this. Let's see what response we have. Okay, seems like everything went successfully, and let's look for test today. Okay, here it is. Here it is. You can see all 177 underlying assist stored as key value pair, right? Okay, so looks good, right? So this is all we need to do. Alright, so that's all in this video. This marks the end of underlying assist fetching, right? In the next video, I will do little bit of code refactor, and I will make it more modular, because right now it seems a little bit messy and raw. Okay, so thank you for watching. See you in the next video.